reveals his plan to get married this October on I Live Alone.
Bum 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 ba da 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 dun 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 dun. Name the card song. You guys, she is streaming live on twitch.tv/HallyuBack right now, a painting session to K-pop music. It's the awesomest, coolest K-pop live show on the internet right now. So if you'd like to join with a lot of people watching her paint, listening to K-pop music, click. You can't click her anymore. YouTube X'd that feature out, but you can click right up here in the top of the corner, or there is a link at the top description to twitch.tv/HallyuBack, and follow Steph on Twitch. Super Junior's Henry made a very big reveal recently on Korean TV program I Live Alone by telling everybody, the whole world, that he is getting married this October.
Sure he is.
He just hasn't found his wife yet.
And
wife to be.
He's looking. He's actively looking because he's jealous every time he sees couples.
He explodes with jealousy. Comments down below if you would consider getting engaged to Henry. Comments. If I were a single woman, I would be interested in Henry.
Oh, totally. Henry's got a lot going for him. Mind you, he is 27 years old, but no, he's a Canadian citizen. He's from Toronto. He speaks multiple languages fluently. He is also a member of a popular K-pop band. He's done dramas, and he's got quite the extensive talent resume. He can do a whole lot of things. He sings, he raps, he plays violin beautifully, he plays the piano, guitar, drums, and the synthesizer.
He's very well known. He's on Korean television, which also means that he's getting paid. What woman wouldn't like that? Very successful, very good looking. I was watching a clip of him talking to his mother. His mother speaks English with an accent, so she obviously speaks another language natively first. I'm assuming it's Chinese.
Mandarin.
Okay, and he speaks to his mother in English. Like, I'm not expecting to see that exchange when I'm watching Korean TV, but he's FaceTiming with her, whatever app he's using, and he's speaking English to her. And it's just cute. His mom is just teasing him about his hygiene. He's like, "Ma, my teeth are clean. Ma, I take a shower. Ma, I don't smell."
And his apartment, actually, which I've seen photos of, is adorable AF.
Yeah, it looks really cozy.
I think there's something to Henry being in the business, the Korean entertainment business, for 10 years. I think there's something about he's been in entertainment for so long. He was in a very long-term relationship before he started getting into Korean entertainment. And so it's been a long time of singlehood, and now he's starting to think about wanting to settle down, and he's seeing that in K-pop, and especially with Super Junior, like, there hasn't been a whole lot of action with Super Junior lately, specifically because so many members have had to go into the military and out of the military, and you have all these other K-pop bands that are coming up in the meantime and becoming super popular.
I also think that, and this might be obvious, but there is a very, very big difference in terms of the amount of pressure that idols have on them when they're Korean born versus when they are not born in Korea. Henry is not one of those people who was born in Korea, and so he can be more free about all of this talk about getting married and possibly marrying whoever, a Korean or non-Korean citizen. It doesn't really matter. He doesn't have the same pressure as Korean idols, for instance. There could be a very big problem or very big issue with their future, long-term future in the business if they don't marry Korean. It's just one of the cultural things that is a pressure that falls on Korean citizens. Henry kind of walks both lines. He's able to be on Korean TV and be liked in Korea and be very well respected and popular, and also popular in Canada, popular in China. We all know about him, but then he doesn't have any real pressure to marry a Korean. I mean, maybe he can if he wants to, or he can marry whoever he wants, and he could still have a career in Korean entertainment.
He totally could. What makes me more concerned than anything is he's got this mentality, I want to get married by October, or in October. He's got this set out that this is what he wants, and he wants to try to make this happen. And I think there's something about love and relationships that, I don't know, I feel like I've experienced and I've witnessed that when you're obsessed with this mentality of, I need to have someone, I need to have someone quickly by this time or right now, that you end up in the wrong situations and with the wrong people, and you end up settling, if you will, for things that you aren't necessarily wanting to have in your life.
It's the grass is greener on the other side always mentality, when in fact it isn't really greener anywhere, and you just want to experience something that you haven't experienced. I'm thinking, and I don't know for sure because I haven't studied Henry's Wikipedia, but that he probably hasn't been in any real long-term relationships because he's been focused on other things in his life.
He has, but he hasn't since he got into Korean entertainment 10 years ago.
So he was in a long-term relationship when he was 15, 16 years old?
So when he was a kid, when he was in like high school and middle school, he dated a girl for quite a few years, and then he broke up with her when he got into Korean entertainment 10 years ago. And so he's had 10 years of like, he's been on dates, but he's never had a serious relationship since then.
And just judging a little bit of the Korean TV I was watching with him, he has a nice soft personality. He doesn't seem like the type that's going to, for instance, booking clubs where he can go and spend a little bit of his money to get laid and get a short-term fix on his sexual desires. Because we all have them, and I'm sure he's feeling that as time goes on, being alone and, forgive me for telling the truth, but masturbating all the time, and that's the only sexual experience that you have. You want to be able to engage with somebody. I'm just saying, it's true. He's 27 years old. Man, he's already past his sexual prime. They might experience it when they're 18. He's like, you know what? I don't want to fart around by myself anymore. I want a woman to share it with.
And I respect that, but I think that putting a time frame on it is asking for trouble.
Comments, you guys, if you feel like Henry has the right approach to this, kind of putting a little bit of a deadline on his future getting married, or if he should approach it some other way.
I think Korean TV should jump on this and do a Henry Lau dating show.
We could organize that. That's what we should do.
Win a date with Henry Lau.
Yeah, give away the good ideas. Comments, you guys. Click the like button. Thank you so much for supporting us. Click the bell for notifications. Check out the link to Kagel. Don't forget to subscribe for more Hallyu Back news. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye.